The last 5 years is about raising awareness, whereas before we thought we could new build our way out of the problem. In fact, there's a bigger challenge in the 26 million homes we've got.
Well, you have both ends of the scale. You have the rise of Retrofit, which 5 years ago hadn't happened in the UK at all. But at the other end of the scale, we're seeing the condensation, interstitial condensation court cases are starting to go up too. So the things that aren't working, so good and bad.
It's a tough question as to whether the last 5 years have been good, bad, somewhere in between. I would say that in many ways they've actually been very good. We've actually had quite a lot of investment through government obligations on energy supply. We've got institutions like CORE that have really blossomed in the last 5 years and bringing together the best of the retrofit industry to push standards and to analyse what works and what doesn't. And yet we all sort of feel a little bit glum. I think perhaps we've done a lot, but we could have all have done a lot more.
Well, I think it's been quite terrible, really. I would say that we're learning from lots of mistakes made, and these mistakes may not be repairable. With new products are needed on the market, with lots of background knowledge now of what we've done wrong to put them right. We can put them right, but it's going to be a hard job, I think.
I think my fundamental thing is don't rush. What we're about to see potentially is a lot of more rubbish new build and poor retrofit giving us problems in 10, 15, 20 years.
I would say we need to do more whole house retrofits. We need to start looking at the finance models for more extreme retrofits rather than just looking at a house and saying let's just do the loft, let's just do the external walls.
I think the problem at the moment is we've had this sort of shopping list approach and people have picked what's been best for them as a supplier or as a manufacturer and not what's the best for the building, the best for the people.
People want to have warm homes, comfortable homes, healthy homes. I think we've been trying to push it as an energy saving element or carbon saving, but ultimately people want to be healthy and wealthy in their own homes, and if we sell that, then we'll get it right and people will engage and want to have that intervention to their homes.
You get so caught up in the bureaucracy, you forget there's a householder and you forget there's a building. But really we should be starting with those guys and designing our retrofit around what's needed, not the other way around. It's really hard to get away from that.
If we spend more time learning and understanding what it is that we're doing, we might get our pride back and we might actually achieve something in the longer term. But I think the lull that we've had recently gives us an opportunity to look back and reflect.
I think we need to expand doing it right. We need to shout from the rooftops that we are doing it right and demonstrate it, make it public, make it aware. We need to find a way of engaging with volume builders, firms doing volume refurbishments.
There's no one size fits all. We've got to make sure people are skilled up to make those decisions and ensure the quality's there at the end of the day.
I would say listen to people like Brewery, listen to see people like Retrofit Live, listen to the professionals who have something to offer, not just the industry that's always got something to gain.
Given where we're headed with the likely coalition situation, I think they'll all be frightened of there being a snap election at any particular point, and I think that it'll all be just vanilla. The only change we're going to get really is I think if we get political consensus across the parties that this is a national infrastructure priority.
I think the core fellowship in the next 5 years really should stick to its task, which is about driving quality, looking at best practice and building capacity in the industry.
I think we should make sure that we are a voice to government and a voice to industry, one that can be independent and trusted, because people are looking for that. They don't want to see biased opinion, they want to see proper value, thought through opinions.
It needs to get the government to listen and the government not to be scared to take action on what the fellowship says. The fellowship's got a good offering, but it needs to be heard.
Let's get the structures right to be able to get the intelligence thread permeating through everything that we do, all the decisions we make. Until we get that right, we're just going to be countering each other. Through
initiatives like CORE, we're able to sort of seize the initiative on this. We've got the ears of industry, we've got the ears of government. We're going to keep on pushing until we get engagement right across the board and create the mechanisms, the training, the learning, the skills base that we need.